Lab results are in today, hope is in the air. Caught it early on the way, saving lives with care. Tests can be a lifeline, don't wait until it's late. Early check can save time, don't gamble with fate. Check it early, save a life, be there for your son and wife. Moments wait, don't let them go, future's bright, let love flow. Life's big moments come and go, weddings, birthdays, all aglow. Catch it early, watch them grow, love and laughter overflow. Don't let fear hold you back, prevention on the track. Catch it early, hearts intact, time to live and that's a fact. Check it early, save a life, be there for your son and wife. Moments wait, don't let them go, future's bright, let love flow. Don't let fear hold you back, prevention on the track. Catch it early, hearts intact, time to live and that's a fact. Check it early, save a life, be there for your son and wife. Moments wait, don't let them go, future's bright, let love flow. Don't let fear hold you back, prevention on the track. Catch it early, hearts intact, time to live and that's a fact. Don't let fear hold you back, prevention on the track. Catch it early, hearts intact, time to live and that's a flow. Lab results are in today, hope is in the air. Caught it early on the way, saving lives with care. Tests can be a lifeline, don't wait until it's late. Early check can save time, don't gamble with fate. Check it early, save a life, be there for your son and wife. Moments wait, don't let them go, future's bright, let love flow. Life's big moments come and go, weddings, birthdays, all aglow. Catch it early, watch them grow, love and laughter.
Why aren't we doing that with the body? If you could do that with your
You
backyard,
got it. I know.
If you do that with your
Because
backyard.
think about it. I can give you another example. Like one of the tests we do, and I don't promote it. It's expensive, and it's because the lab we use is expensive, but it is amazing, and it's a cancer screening. And so we, in our healthcare system today, only screen for essentially proactively 5 different types of cancer, tumor-based cancers. Okay, well, there's a blood test that can screen for over 200 tumor-based cancers, and it can tell you when you're at at level 0, right? Undistinguishable, because usually how they're diagnosing is through imaging. And so the challenge with imaging is pixelation, right? The image can't capture the cellular level. Blood work can. So at the cellular level, we can tell you when you're at stage 0 on a cancer, on over 200 different types of cancer. Why would that not be implemented into our healthcare system? Or at minimal, what I argued with the senator about was, okay, let's just say we can't afford this for all Americans. Why in the hell wouldn't we at minimal be doing this for our firefighters, our military veterans? We know that over 70% of firefighters and military veterans will develop cancer in their lifetime. It's staggering because of dealing with ballistics and weapons and guns, and all of those are carcinogens. Firefighters are dealing with smoke and smoke inhalation and all the different chemicals they come in contact with.
I never thought about that.
We just co-published a paper with CBCC, Comprehensive Blood and Cancer Centers, which is the largest private cancer center on the West Coast, and Christus Health, which is one of the 20 largest healthcare systems in the United States, with 600 hospitals and clinics, demonstrating that we can detect CTCs in stage 0 breast cancer. We can detect it in stage 1 breast cancer. We're about to publish another paper. We have detected 1 millimeter prostate from a blood draw. The sensitivity of the test is extremely high. We catch it very early because we catch it at the cellular level. We, in fact, have detected cancer at the cellular level before it shows up on imaging. Imaging cannot detect at a cellular level because it doesn't have the resolution. You have billions of cells. You don't have billions of pixels. It's literally impossible. 1 gram of tumor mass kicks off 3.2 million CTCs a day, roughly. To put that in perspective, if you had breast cancer, 1 gram is not even palpable. You can't feel it, really. It's so small, they will often and most often refuse to biopsy because they will miss or they will not get enough tissue. And if you cannot biopsy it, you cannot diagnose it, you can't stain it and give it to a pathologist to examine. So 1 gram, which is not palpable, which is not biopsiable, which is not diagnosable, kicks off about 3.2 million CTCs a day. That's at stage 0. The half-life of a CTC is 27 to 29 minutes generally in the literature. Let's call it 30 minutes to make the math easy. 3.2 million a day is 150,000 per hour. 150,000 times 24 is 3.2 million. Or 75,000, half of that, every half hour, every 30 minutes. That means 1 gram can shed 75,000 CTCs into your bloodstream every 30 minutes. The human body has 5,000 milliliters of blood, plus or minus. Body weight varies from 4,600 to 6,400 generally. At 75,000 CTCs on 1 gram of tumor mass, over 5,000 milliliters of blood, if you divide that, that's 15 CTCs per milliliter per gram of tumor mass. Which means when we take a 40 milliliter draw, that should have somewhere in the vicinity of 600 CTCs per gram of tumor mass. That's at stage 0. A pathologist needs 1, which is why the sensitivity of the test is so high. Because CTCs share certain physical and mechanical characteristics, size, structure, rigidity, lack of malleability, lack of deformability, they're big, they're hard, they're stiff, they don't bend. These parameters enable us to selectively capture those CTCs in our process. It turns out that the physical and mechanical characteristics of CTCs are uniform and homogeneous, the same, across all solid tumor types and their subtypes. Therefore, we will pick them up indiscriminately, irrespective of their source organ, making it a broad spectrum pan-cancer screen. Breast, lung, colorectal, pancreatic, liver, bladder, the principles are the same behind the CTCs. CTCs provide essentially a whole body tissue biopsy. The only novelty here is that we figured out how to take out whole intact tumor cells from a blood sample. Cellular tissue. Everything else we do is standard pathology. Now, in this world of cancer screening, there's a lot of alphabet soup. It's confusing. There's CTCs, ctDNA, cfDNA, MRIs. There's acronyms thrown around left and right. My goal today is to help you understand what those are so you can parse through them and make the right decision for your screening choice, which is our test at Cancer Check. CTCs, circulating tumor cells, are whole intact cells. They have the components of a cell. They have a nucleus. They have a genome with the DNA sequence. They have a cytoplasm, membrane, so on and so forth. When that CTC is dislodged from a primary tumor in transit, typically one of 3 things will occur. A, it will go through cell apoptosis, which is programmed cell death, at which point the cell and its components, including the genome, will fracture into little bits and pieces and be released into your bloodstream. B, it will get eaten by your white blood cells, your macrophages, which is what's supposed to happen. That's your immune function, trying to kill them. It literally looks like a Pac-Man that will chomp it down and crunch it and break it into little bits and pieces, including its components, including the genome. Or C, they will travel through your capillaries, where the shear forces, the physical stresses, will fracture the cells into little bits and pieces once again. When any of those events occur, little scripts and scraps of the genome are floating around your blood, little bits and pieces of DNA, incomplete bits and pieces of DNA. What a lot of companies in cancer screening are trying to do today, there's a whole sea of them, is take biomarkers or these little scripts and scraps in a black box, apply mystical, magical algorithms, AI, artificial intelligence, ML, machine learning, NGS, next generation sequencing, heavy computational processing, and extrapolate to guess, do we or don't we have a tumor cell? The problem is it's a guess, and those extrapolations are highly erroneous. We could debate the quality of that guess based on the quality of the algorithms in the box, but it is a guess. We at Cancer Check do not guess. We take out whole intact tumor cells that are physically placed on a glass slide, that are affixed, put into the palm of a pathologist to examine under a microscope, just like they would a tissue biopsy, because it is cellular tissue. And tissue is the gold standard for pathologists. And the output is a board-certified pathology report. Those are the same reports you get from a tissue biopsy. They're accepted by every physician in the world. You cannot practice medicine without them. So we've got CTCs, which is what we use, circulating tumor cells, whole and intact. The whole cell gives you the whole picture. We've got ctDNA, those scripts and scraps. And the most prominent company there that you'll hear about is a company called Grail. They have a test called Gallery. That test is an irresponsible test that should not be on the market. They just released data 3.5 months ago at AACR, Annual American Cancer Research, for one of their trials. They had to release it. In that trial, their stage 0 detection was 0. Their stage 1 detection was 3%. Their stage 2 detection was 5%. Their stage 3 detection was 15%. That means they are missing 85 to 100% of stage 0 to stage 3 cancers. That is useless for an early detection test. And it is dangerous because it will give you a false sense of security when you may have cancer. The next problem they have is they have a 56.9% false positive rate in their published data. That means they will tell you cancer almost 57% of the time. You have it when you don't. After which you will go through intervention, scans with radiation, colonoscopies, surgical tissue biopsies, all to find out you don't have cancer. Costly, invasive interventions. Frankly, at a 56.9% false positive rate, why don't we just flip a coin? We will only be wrong 50% of the time and we'll save $949. This is why you need tissue. This is why you need to put them on glass slides and have a pathologist that is trained to look at these, physically examine them. It is more responsible. We don't like guessing. We want to see tissue. We want to give you an accurate result.
So what you're highlighting there are...
likely circulating tumor cells.
Oh, wow.
And this is off of our PAP scan. So you can see just by comparison, size-wise, these cells are massive.
Yeah.
In diameter, measuring at about 30 micron, and you can see it juxtaposed with the white blood cell, measuring at only about 5.1 micron.
Oh, wow.
All right, so you're dealing with cells 6x in size, and these are our usual CTC culprits.
Okay, got it. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Shanika, and I'm here to tell you about the cancer detection test through Ways to Well that I experienced. So I was hesitant to do it. I didn't know what it was, didn't know what it entailed, even though Danny's told me. I just thought it can't be that easy. But the experience was very easy. Got the box in the mail to my front doorstep, and all I had to do was go in for a blood draw and then sit and wait for the results. Surprisingly, they were positive, and it was a very, whoa, in your face moment, just shock and kind of disbelief. Because I'm younger, I think. Honestly, I don't know why I felt like that. I guess when you hear cancer, all you can think about is chemo, radiation, radiation, lifespan, all the scary things about cancer. At that point, when I got my positive result, it was considered stage 0. No tumors, it's just abnormal cells that are cancerous. So it's a good point to stop the cells from dividing and becoming a tumor. After following the protocol, I was very scared to retake the test. I was very hesitant. In fact, Danny's kept nudging me, okay, it's time, it's time. So I was like, okay, I gotta do this. And it was amazing. Fruits of the labor paid off, and I just have to keep going forward with it. My future looks good.
Hey there, I'm going to be I've seen these guys at the shows, been around for a couple of years, and I think other people, a piece of me didn't want to do it because I don't want to hear the bad news. And then when I realized, well, that's kind of like an ostrich sticking its head in the sand. You kind of need to know the news if the news is bad news. And if it's good news, that's also good. So it's a great way to have a certain kind of peace of mind. And if the news isn't so great, it's a good way to get a jump on things before they're a bigger problem than they might be right now.
I purchased your test in September. I took the test. I got the results that they did find circulating tumor cells. But because you couldn't tell me what type, I did the gallery test. They didn't find it. I repeated your test, and there's definitely circulating tumor cells. So I'm still on the hunt trying to figure out what type of cancer I have. But I'm hoping it's just really early, and that's the benefit of the test. Is hopefully we caught it early.
Thank you, Nyla.
Hey there, I'm Sally. Here's the deal. Cancer doesn't wait, neither should you. Sometimes something sneaky starts growing, but we can catch it early with one quick test. Fast, simple, life-saving. That's what Cancer Check Labs is all about. Visit cancerchecklabs.com to schedule your test. Listen to your body. Get checked today.